Alicia G, and welcome. Remember, push on negativity, pushing the positivity. The best yet to come, just believe. If you don't know, I am Alicia G, or Alicia Guastaferro, aka AliciaGWorld. If you're just tuning in, we are going to have Voice Swap Exposed by me, Alicia G, and get to know what I'm doing today. Are you guys ready? I think I'm ready. If you're just tuning in, be sure to follow me on my YouTube channel, hit that bell for notifications, subscribe to YouTube channel, my Facebook, my Instagram, my YouTube, my Twitter, TikTok too, all Alicia G World. Remember, push out negativity, pushing the positivity. The best yet to come, just believe. Oh, and boom, boom, baby.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Awesome, yes. Can everyone hear Alicia fine? It looks like they can. Cool beans. Yay! Okay. So, we've got a pretty good audience set up in here. So just so you guys know, this or playback of the interview will be available on both of our channels. You can check it out in both of our bios. Big Bag Bear, yeah, you are just in time. So I pulled questions from comments and also just some questions based on like discourse that was happening that people are most curious about. So if you're fine to jump right in, Alicia, I am.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, so for those who don't know, this is Alicia G. She's AliciaGWorld across all social media channels. She was featured on season 4, episode 1 of Wife Swap, which featured a super feminist family versus a pageant family. And so she's here to answer questions and give us the tea for what it was really like to be on reality TV, behind the scenes stuff, and the aspects of the show that we didn't see. So the first question is, how did your family find out about Wife Swap to be on it?
And by the way, y'all wanted a show, so I might as well give you a show, right? Y'all wanted to see the treat, right?
I honestly love that you brought props from the show. Honestly, I'm here for it.
Might as well get some views. Yes, this really is, I want to bring out, this is the famous Christmas, everyday Christmas tree. Oh my God. And yes, we do have a Christmas tree 24/7, 365. Yes, but it's not what you think, and we're going to get into that. But yes, yeah. I like the pageant tree. These are some of my
the Christmas tree is one of the questions that we'll get to for sure, because people were asking about that, and I think that was one of the most probably surprising aspects of the show. So so how did your family end up on Wife Swap? What was the audition process? How did y'all find out about it?
Okay, so when I was growing up, I did a tremendous amount of activities. I mean, tap, jazz, ballet, gymnastics, cheerleading, voice lessons, piano lessons, pageantry. I did everything. In one of my dance classes, one of my dance teachers came up to me. She was actually the coach of the Buffalo Jills. And Buffalo Jills were the NFL cheerleaders for the Buffalo Bills, no longer around, but she had some connections, whatnot, casting calls, and she announced it one day and was like, I got this casting call for any families who may want to be interested in participating in a reality show. I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, sure, tell me another one. But they want children who have very unusual activities or do a lot of activities, something really unique, not like the everyday child. Okay, a little unusual, a little different. And we're just like, okay, sure. And they said it's for Wife Swap. This is the funny thing. We never seen the show.
Really?
We didn't know what the show was. Nothing. We're just like, sure, okay. Didn't even faze us. The dance teacher, after we were like walking out, oh, you got audition. No, we're good. No, please, begging us. I'm like, well, my mom gave him the email. Here's her email. If there's any interest, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 2 or 3 days after they emailed us. They wanted some pictures of like what I do, like the beauty pageants, it was everything, a little cheerleading, this and this. Within like the next day, they called us and they're like, we're really interested. They talked to us on the phone, and like the following day, they're like, that weekend we're gonna come down and film you for a test run. Like, okay. So like not even a week later, they come down, they film us. The next day, they're like, we have to have your family.
What they film y'all doing? Did they come to your home, or did they just ask y'all questions and have you come to a studio?
They actually flew someone out, I believe, from the New York City area. Don't quote me. I believe it's New York City area. They flew someone out, filmed us for like 10, 12 hours, and they loved us. Within the next day, they're like, we have to have your family watch on the show. Mm-hmm. Okay. 2 weeks later, we were filming the show. It was like,
wow, overnight. That's fast. So then, how long did filming take?
Filming was actually, I want to say 7 or 8 days.
Really? So the whole like week 1 is my thing, and then week 2 we switch it up. So how long was like, did y'all have to live by the feminist moms rules? Like how many days? I know it's forever ago, but you can remember.
Maybe like 3 days.
Wow.
It's, ladies and gentlemen, it's scripted. There is no reality on reality TV. And the thing is, reality TV, it has to be real. Newsflash, alert, alert, alert. There is no reality on reality TV. Guys, girls, think about it. If you were just to sit there and let's say they're going to film your family. What do? Okay, the whole family, we're eating dinner. Okay, we're going to watch a TV. Okay, we're going to play with the dog. Mm-hmm. Is that exciting?
No, so they have to create. Well, I think a lot of people by now know that they create the drama, but I think what people are shocked at was just like the fact that it's scripted. So were you guys warned or informed ahead of time that you were going to have to like have lines?
No.
So what did that look like?
Let me change my crowns. Crowns being a little heavy.
Okay.
No, honestly, y'all want to play some game right now? I know. I'll switch my crown, a little lighter one. I'm just having fun with y'all now, seriously. I love pageants. It doesn't define me as a person, but I love pageants. I did.
I think that's fine. You can have your lives pass them.
Oh, but they're right?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Can you repeat the question one more time?
It's totally fine. No. It's all good. So we're talking about the whole concept of it being scripted. And so I'm curious to know if you guys knew ahead of time that you were going to be thrust into this whole fake scenario.
Absolutely not.
Wow. So did they give you guys did they have a script written out ahead of time, or was it on the fly, the producers are behind the camera telling you what to say?
There is no here's the script, memorize it. It's not like that.
Okay.
But the producer, director, whatnot, the staff, they all have little books. And in their little books, their notebooks, whatnot. I remember it so frequently. I was just yesterday, the head director, producer, he had this book, and it was a spiral notebook, and he had a picture of 3 little stick figures. Okay, you know how to draw a stick figure, a little person, 3 little, 1, 2, 3, and then a bigger picture of a girl in a dress and a big crown on her head. And they read off of that book.
Okay.
And that was basically the script that they read and storyboarded, whatnot. So it'd be this amazing, elaborated, over the top, oh my god type of show.
Uh-huh.
It was more so okay, Alicia, I need you to say this isn't this. Go. Huh? You're what? you need to incorporate these words in some way, shape, or form. And we would do anywhere from 2 and 3, 4 takes just till it was perfect. Over and over again,
that's
repeat
crazy.
line after line.
How did it feel when you realized that they weren't just going to be filming you guys organically, but you were going to have to say what they wanted you to say, even the obnoxious things that you didn't necessarily feel or agree with?
Like, think about, like, you're this young little kid and you're like, oh my God, I want to be a movie star. I want to be on TV. I want to be in Hollywood. I want to be famous. You blank that all out. When you have, in your house, you have these huge cameras. You have your own microphone mic'd up, lights, everything. 7, 8, 10 people running through your house, runners. You're just gonna blur like, oh my God. It doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
Because guess what, guys? It's not real. That's the reality. There is no reality. Because the real reality would be not that exciting. That's the reality. So they have to make it. They make it for views and ratings. And I get it. I respect it from a business perspective. They wanted those views. They wanted the ratings. And guess what? They got them. And
was any part of your episode authentic?
I did do beauty pageants.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of activities. I really have a mom. I really have a dad. I have a dog. I have 2 dogs actually. But when we say authentic, you got to break it down because there's so many different aspects. That's too broad. So break it down.
Okay, sure, we can break it down. So I'm curious, like, I'll just like name a random encounter. So let's talk about when she ripped your picture.
Well, why don't we start from the beginning? Like break it down from the start, move it up, or do you want to start from there?
We can start from the beginning. So then, how about you walk us through the episode then, and tell us what parts were real and what parts weren't?
It's a blur, so you gotta like it's like a
blur. So in the beginning, they talked about they introduced your family, and your dad said that he would never hire someone that he would rather hire someone that was pretty over someone who was smart. That's how your family was introduced. The narrator said sexist Ralph, and then
Now when you say sexist Ralph, that was not my dad's terms, my mom's terms, nor my terms. That was the show for ratings.
Sure.
They gotta spice it up. They're not gonna watch a boring show. That's the reality.
And I think we've got that. I think what everyone is most curious to know is
no, my dad
was every single word that you guys said on the show fed to you guys, or was it a mixture of the producers are going to create this scenario to get a reaction, but you're not reacting the way that we want, so instead we want you to say this? That's what people are mostly curious about, is how much of reality TV is scripted and how much of it is the producers creating bullshit scenarios and then they just watch y'all react. It's kind of hard to get the full understanding.
I can't speak obviously for every reality TV show. I can't. I was not on every reality show. But
we're asking about yours.
I know, but I'm just saying a general statement. The shows that I were on, so example, Wife Swap, it was what was your reaction? Da da da. You say it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that was good, but we need you to put it more like this. Why don't we incorporate this word and this word, and we do it over and over till it was right, or they cut and paste
good
to make it that wow shock factor.
Okay, so then for instance, the scene where your mom called that girl a geek, they made her say that?
Okay, on my mom's side of Wife Swap, they said they needed more fighting. They needed more John. It was really boring on my mom's side.
Wow, so they explicitly said that. They have no shame.
Karen, you gotta start a fight. What?
Wow.
And because my mom did not want to stay in that house, example. It was not that, it wasn't the cleanest. Nothing wrong with that. No one has a perfect house. No one's perfect. She says, I want to stay in a hotel. I've had it. And she didn't feel comfortable. She did not feel comfortable. Okay? Mm-hmm. And they're like, no, you can't leave the house. Mom's like, no, I don't want to stay here. And they're like, well, we'll make an agreement. If you want to stay in a hotel, we'll let you. If you start a fight with the family, call them names, etc.
Wow.
Like my mom wanted Starbucks, and they.
It's just, well, I think the lack of morality is what's shocking. I know it's fake and stuff, but to threaten someone with their own comfortability to get what they want is kind of crazy.
All the runners, the staff, the crew, they all had Starbucks. My mom wanted a Starbucks. I remember her saying, and oh, can I have a Starbucks? No. Wait, what? Why can't I have a Starbucks? My mom offered even to pay to give them money for a Starbucks. You gotta start a fight, Karen. There's no drama, there's no action. Like, she was forced to start a fight. Or she couldn't
with
get
started. So then did she get to choose the kind of fight she would pick with somebody, or?
I don't know. I was on that side, so
you were on that side. Yeah, I'm just curious. Yeah.
In order to stay for a hotel.
I think the whole goal is to like get a lot of drama, but then also paint people in a specific light. And so I just didn't know if you guys wanted to like clear the air, because a lot of the discourse online revolves around how harshly the feminist child was treated. I think her name was Kaylin, like being called a geek and making her cry and stuff. So I just didn't know that was part of the scripted too. Because when you're telling me this is scripted, I'm like, well, I hope that part was, because that was hard.
It was scripted. But they don't tell the child, oh, she's gonna call you that, not until after.
Yeah, to get a genuine reaction. Right. No. So that happened on your end too. Like the feminist mom was me. I think she bullied you the whole episode.
Oh, she totally did.
Did you know that she was being told to bully you, or did you not know until after production?
I just got that feeling like cameras on or cameras off. She did not like me. She didn't like anything to do with, God forbid, pageants, God forbid makeup, God forbid dressing up, dance class. She didn't like that stuff. Nothing wrong with being a feminist. There's nothing wrong.
But she was judging you.
She totally just thought, oh, blonde hair, oh, spray tan, oh, this. She's fake. Yeah. She didn't give a chance. She just judged right off the bat.
So what was it like when the cameras cut? Did she ever apologize or say she felt bad, or was it awkward after being mean to each other on camera, and then the camera stopped and now it's like, what do we do?
Like when you get to the part about the picture, okay? The iconic picture that was ripped. I freaked out. I cried. I was really upset. That picture meant a lot to me. That's like one of my achievements. I worked so hard doing beauty pageants, and we'll get into that too. But she ripped it up. I lost it. I really was upset. I was pushed to that breaking point. I mean, I really upset. I cried. But then I think it was that night. Don't quote me the time frame. It's like a blur still. So that night, the night after, cameras are off. We're sleeping. Okay. And she's like, Alicia, I want to say I am so sorry. I go, sure you are. Like, okay, you ripped up my picture. You know. She goes, that wasn't your picture. I go, yes it was. What are you talking about? That's my picture. Alicia, they all made copies of every single picture. They told me to rip it up. So all the originals you have. I go, really? Just, they did not want me to tell you that, but I felt so bad doing it. That's so how
I wonder.
She felt bad.
I wonder if, she clearly felt guilty, so maybe she didn't dislike you that much, or maybe that was a boundary within herself that she didn't feel comfortable crossing.
I think
but it seems like if the cameras aren't there to go and, tell you I'm sorry, like, I feel like I would agree. I would think it was fake if the cameras were still rolling. But the fact that she did that with no one watching, do you think it was authentic, or what do you think her goal was for that, or her intention?
I think she truly actually did feel bad.
Yeah, I could see that. Wow. So speaking of other moments when you guys did the rule switch, in addition to ripping your picture, she also took away your Christmas tree. And I see some people are joining and asking the questions, oh, she has the tree, like what's going on with the tree? So please give us the backstory of the tree and how it was portrayed in the show, what was real and what wasn't.
Okay, yes, I really do have a Christmas tree up year round. It's Christmas every day. No, it's not Christmas every day. They spun that into disaster. Okay, my grandmother, who I was extremely close to, I even called her mama, my grandmother. I love my, she helped raise me from day one. After, her favorite holiday was Christmas, okay? After she passed away, we left it up in her memory as like her spirit's still with us, and like a happy
Beautiful.
memory. Like, I'll look here, I'll look there, I'll look here. Oh, grandma's still here in spirit, cheering us on. You know, each
Yeah.
everything. And they went as far as wrapping up little lip gloss, little purse, whatever they wrapped it up, gave it to my mom, had her put it under the tree, and say, "What did you get me today for Christmas, Mama?" I mean, that's how over the top fake it is.
So, was there ever a moment in filming where you or your parents on either side of wherever filming was taking place that you know of that said, I don't want to do that, too far, disrespectful, no?
It was a negotiation. You signed the contract.
Yeah,
You're stuck.
yeah, I figured they would throw that in your face. So was the Christmas tree a moment of like, no, I don't want to turn that into something else?
Oh my God, we got so upset. We literally packed her bags up. That was our own thing. That was not the staff. That was not the crew saying, you need to pack her bags. That was Big Papa, my dad, and me. We're like, goodbye. And don't forget her shoes, Daddy. And we threw her out the door.
So that part was real.
Oh, that was real. That was 1,000% real.
Mm-hmm.
The staff, the crew, had to beg us to bring her back into the house. We were done with her.
Did they threaten you if you wouldn't have? Did they say like you'd breach your contract, or was it like they just begged and that worked enough? So
they just begged and begged me to negotiate, back and forth, negotiate. Can't cross this, can't do this. You know, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We'll give Angie a chance. You know, so.
Do you think that did Angie know what the tree was really for, or do you think she believed what the producers told her about you just being this kid that gets Christmas every day?
She probably thought it was Christmas. I don't even think she really knew the story because we didn't have a chance to tell her that aspect. She just assumed.
Wow. Did you have any inclination that, you know, because you're now going into filming, you're seeing that they're manipulating everything and they're kind of strong arming you guys into doing things you're not comfortable with and having you say things that you don't really mean. Did you guys have any idea that you would be portrayed in the light that you were?
No.
So nothing really prepared y'all for that?
Nothing. And you don't see it until it airs the first time live.
Sure. Yeah.
So you have no idea what's going to happen. They change it. They cut, piece together. They make it a show for ratings. And that's the reality. There's really no reality on reality TV.
Yeah. But I'm just curious. Like, I know I got that part, but I'm just curious if going through the experience, if you had a feeling of like, oh, this might not air that well because they have me saying things that I don't agree with or I don't really feel. This is all fake. I wonder what they're going to do. Or were you guys just kind of like, well, this is what it is?
We didn't know. We never thought it'd be that bad in a billion years. But in our head going into this, okay, it's TV, meaning it's like acting. We had in our head going into, Alicia, it's just acting. So whatever it is pretend you're on a set somewhere and you're doing the part. And I became part of what they portrayed me, and I am
Yeah.
nothing of the sort of that. And
Yeah.
the AGR me, if you guys are in the house, boom, boom, baby, you guys know who I am. You guys spend literally anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day with me almost every single day. They know the real me.
Yeah. Which is beautiful. So, the show portrayed you as just staying on the theme of the show, lying and basically being a bunch of bullshit. They portrayed you as someone who never did their own homework, and when Angie had you do her women's history project thing, said that you had trouble with spelling and just education stuff all around. So can you speak to that?
Oh, I definitely can. Okay, everyone here in this broadcast, I want you to think, do you ever get nervous ever in front of people? Ever? Does anyone? I don't even look at your comments right now, to be honest. In the comments, does anyone ever get nervous? Do you ever get nervous ever speaking or talking, doing anything
Me?
personally? Yeah.
Yeah, I think humans get nervous and humans get anxiety,
Okay.
especially in social situations, for sure.
Think of filming anywhere from 10 to 12 to 14 hours a day for like 8 days straight.
Yeah.
And think of a camera less than 2 feet away from you staring at you. Lights, a whole crew around you, microphone and everything. Would you ever mess up?
Right.
It was a mistake. Like, you're texting. I used to speak to text all the time. Like, what the hell did I just say? Like, it's just like, I just not even thinking about it. Like, think about a camera in your face, 2-3 feet away from you.
Sure.
You're not allowed to mess up. And they take the one time you mess up and they magnify it. Oh, she's dumb. Newsflash, I'm not. I actually graduated with a 95.878 GPA in high school with honors.
Oh,
and my mom
what
did
were
not
you
think
taking, like only AP classes or something?
just, I did a few, but just I was
That's
smart. I
crazy.
really am
But
smart.
yeah, that's like super high.
I actually went to they called it BOCES, a trade school or whatnot, mixed in with my regular high school, and I actually went for dental lab technology, where I was first in my class for all 2 years of it.
So that explains your dad saying that you were going to be a dentist, because that's literally what you were going to school for.
I love
which
teeth.
they did not mention the whole episode.
I love to make someone smile.
Mm-hmm.
I feel everyone in this world deserves to be truly happy, and there's nothing wrong. I love to see someone smile. Like in my daily broadcast on BIGO Live, when I have someone say, Alicia, I had a bad day. I came to your broadcast because I need a boost of positivity. That just makes my day. Like, I made
beautiful.
that smile. And people make fun of me because my teeth aren't perfect or this or this. Not everyone has a perfect smile. Hey, newsflash, I got braces. And my teeth are perfect. Boom, boom, baby. But like, seriously, a teen doesn't always have perfect teeth. How many people have had braces? You're making fun of someone's teeth?
Yeah.
A little kid's teeth? That's just sick. I mean, why cut down another human individual? It's like, usually what happens is, what I came across, because I've been bullied through living hell and back. We'll get into that aspect too.
Yeah, that's like the next line of question. We're right on schedule.
But basically, like, I've noticed a lot of the people who try to cut down another human individual, it's usually someone who's actually very sad and depressed. And they're so sad and depressed, they think, I'm going to make myself feel better. I'm going to cut down someone else and someone else and someone else. And really, they're actually more sad inside. It's really sad. And you know what? When someone cuts me down, I don't cut them down. I go, I wish you the best. Peace, love, positivity, and I hope you find peace with yourself. And two wrongs do not make a right. They do not.
Right. So, speaking of bullies.
Well, do you want to get into the restaurant scene? How fake that was?
Yeah, we can, sure. Go for it. So, in the rest for people who may not
all
know,
social media, hit that bell for notifications, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all enjoying the White Swap Review Tell All.
there we go. So,
Okay.
so people who may need a little refresher, because I also, some people on this live may have only seen the highlights that I put on my page, and that was a scene that I did not include. So they portrayed you as someone who was rude to wait staff in the beginning of the swap. So the feminist mom was like horrified by, the way that you were talking to wait staff, and your dad kind of laughed it off. So before we jump into your experience being a waiter for a day on the show, was that any of that real? Were lines being fed to you? Take us there.
I will admit, I was like, we were going 24/7. We did not have home cooked meals. We did not. We literally did eat out almost 7 days a week. That's the truth. Or if we didn't go out to a restaurant, we had takeout. We were restaurant people. When I was little, I'm not gonna lie, I sometimes was not the nicest to waitresses. I was not always, but I mean, you're gonna say a little kid is always perfect 100% of the time.
Sure, I'm asking about the scene when
I'm getting to that. But
okay.
Like, my response to I was not always 100%, the most pleasant. I mean, they pushed me though, and this is what I mean by pushed me. The day I'm always nice to staff. I swear to God, I know I'm always nice to staff. I was a bartender for years.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a licensed bartending, but I wasn't always 100% the sweetest, but I was not that bad. I was never that bad. The show magnified that. Okay, so like when I was so-called the waitress for the day, I was doing a good little job, but they didn't show the.
But wait, no, hold on. Before, because the reason why the show justified making you be a waitress for a day was because they showed a scene where you were being rude to the waitress. So my question was that someone behind this camera saying, look, you're being too nice to this chick, you need to say this? Were lines being fed to you, or were you not having the best day and you were rude to this? Like, what happened there?
Alicia, let's be a little brattier. You can do it. Come on.
So then, okay. So now take us to...
I want it like crunchy, where it is crunches, but like not really. I added that part. That was like my own, but like...
Yeah. That
like,
you were being coached.
Like throughout almost every scene, Alicia, we want, come on, Alicia, act. You can do this. Act more bratty. Come on, Alicia, just remember. You always said you want to be famous. You always said you want to be on the big screen, be a movie star. And I'm this little kid thinking like, yeah, I want to do this. Yeah, okay, yeah, I can do. Yeah, I can get in the part. You can do. We want it more bratty. You can do it. Bring it, Alicia. You can do it. You ready? You ready? Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. And I believed it. I did. That's the sad part. I fell into the trap. Now the whole
sorry, go ahead.
Me being the waitress for the day, me crying.
Yeah.
I did cry. You know why? They don't tell you this part, do they? Newsflash, nope, they don't. They ended up, the waitress who's like kind of like training me, okay, whatnot. They ended up paying her, I want to say like $200-300. I don't know the exact amount, but they paid her $200-300 to go when the cameras weren't showing this part to say, you little bitch, you this, you da-da-da, you'll never be a dentist. I was like, huh? Like she ripped me a new one. This person.
When the cameras weren't around?
No, they paid her to do that.
How did you find that out?
After we were leaving, she was letting you know I'm not that bad. I'm so sorry, and they actually kind of paid me to do that.
Wow.
We just were like, we're done.
And so that's why you were crying, because you were being verbally harassed off camera.
This little teen has ripped a new one, and get back out there. Huh? Like, anyone would be upset.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, and I want to... Well, actually, it's the water. Excuse me.
Yeah, take your time. Take your water. You're fine. So what was
So,
it like when you guys sat down? I'm sorry, did you have more to say about the restaurant scene?
um, I think that pretty much covers that.
Okay. Before we jump into what life was like after
I
the
want to
the
talk
per-
about the scene, the spray
what
tan,
scene?
the
Okay,
spray
sure.
tan. They had it all set up for Angie to spray tan just my legs, my arms. Okay. She
Mm-hmm.
goes, I will not spray tan her. What? And my
Mm-hmm.
dad's like, I'm not spray tanning her. Can you? Then one of the staff members, he's like, no, we can't have the staff in there. What do you mean? Well, you're a father. It's okay. They made my father do that. My father would never, ever, ever
Mm-hmm.
look at me, let alone touch me, let alone spray tan me. We had to
Sure.
have a scene. They thought it'd be a real iconic scene to make my dad look awful. She refused to do it.
Did she say why she refused to do it? Was it a feminist ideology or?
I'm not sure. She just didn't feel. She didn't like pageants, and that's fine. Not everyone. Not saying y'all love pageants. I'm not that type of person. Oh, y'all love pageants. She didn't like them. I respect that, but she was just like, "You're doing this show. Can you go with the flow a little bit? I mean, come on. It's not going to kill you."
Mm-hmm. Do you think that she was this as extreme, knowing that they fabricated y'all's story? Do you think that her story was also fabricated? Was she as extreme as they portrayed her?
I don't want to put words in her mouth or the family's mouth. From what I heard, they were very strict. They had very strict rules, like on a
Mm-hmm.
daily basis. They're homeschooled, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm sure it was magnified. I don't want to say how because I'm not positive. I don't want to speak for someone else, but everything's magnified. But she
Of course.
did not pageants at all.
Yeah.
She,
She felt very strongly about that. It's interesting. Um, were there any other scenes that you wanted to clear the air about from your episode?
anyone have any questions in the comments here? Because it's like a blur sometimes. Anything, guys?
I don't see any questions so much. I did see someone ask if you've watched the episode yourself just now, which was my next question. What was it like the first time you guys sat down to watch the episode?
We, as a family, my mom, dad, and me, we had obviously we'd never seen the show. We had a major reveal party at Buffalo Wild Wings. It's a chain restaurant. I've heard of it. And we probably had close to 100 people there. Thinking, okay, this is gonna be fun, it's entertaining. Hey, our family's on a reality show. Da 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 da. The news crews are there, everything. I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, this can't be real. This is. I was speechless.
How did it feel?
I'm sorry, what?
How did it feel?
Not real. Like,
yeah.
Bad dream. Like, no, this can't
What
be
was it like going back to school after that?
I need a sip of water.
Take your time. And if there's any, traumatizing questions or, diving back into that part of your life that's painful, just let me know and we can divert. I want you to be comfortable.
I wear a crown every day. Y'all wanted to see a crown. I know y'all want to see a tree. I'm just filling your fantasy now with this crown and the tree. I'm just having fun with y'all. I really don't wear a crown every day.
I think people appreciate the props from the show, honestly. I do.
Oh, I got my handbag. Oh, it's downstairs. I should bring it. Remember the iconic handbag?
With your face all over. Was that really your handbag or was that like a prop from the show?
That's me. Doing beauty pageants. One of the categories was photogenic, etc. And all the other mothers all had purses of their daughters. And mom's like, everyone has a purse of their daughter. Hey, I want a purse of my daughter too. It's a horse and pony show, y'all. It's a horse and pony show.
The 2000s was a wild time for fashion.
But it's a really pretty bag. I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty bag. But going back to school, okay. That night it aired. From my understanding, I was told by numerous people, and don't quote me, but almost positive, I was the second most Googled name in the United States besides Britney Spears.
Holy shit.
I went through living hell. Overnight, my life changed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like, you cannot. I'm so sorry. It takes me a
You're
lot.
Okay. You're okay. Take your time, and again, tell me if you want to talk about something else. I don't want to re-traumatize you by any means.
This. I really do. Because people think, oh, my life is so perfect, or this, and I don't understand the backlash that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry.
Take your time. I think that's why people, have so many questions about the. Personally, as I make documentaries, and so there's a lot of work and intention that goes into before I film someone, and making sure that they're comfortable and making sure they know the questions ahead of time, and just wanting everything to be super authentic. Mind you, I'm not making reality TV shows. I'm making, socially conscious work to impact the world that we live in. So I struggle watching shows like Wife Swap, and that's why I started this series and I analyzed the fuck out of everything to kind of bring about some sort of compassion, because the lack of morality that exists, I don't think people understand the long-term damage that falsifying situations and coaching people into acting and saying certain things and creating lies to fit this specific story plot that's going to get them ratings for this season, and then they're moving on to the next project, while the very real people that participated in it now have to deal with long-term effects. So when we talk about like what was fake, what was real, I hope that it paints a picture for people to see that the morality of these reality shows can really come into question, especially back in the early 2000s, because reality TV was relatively new, and so we were all rather young watching these shows, having absolutely no idea it was fabricated. So they painted you and your family in some very particular way that people were not into. And so the backlash, I don't think people understand the backlash that can come from all of this. That clearly can impact you years later.
They portrayed me as this spoiled, bratty, rude, careless, heartless, dumb individual.
Mm-hmm.
Fake, and I am nothing of the sort. Literally, yes, I was Googled like crazy. Literally the next day back at school. And by the way, news alert, I was never popular. They just did that to make me sound like, oh my god, she's a popular child. I was not popular at all, guys.
I'm shocked to hear that. I gotta tell you, because we're around the same age, and girls that were in beauty pageants and dressed as cute as you did and had great makeup and nice teeth after braces and blonde hair were always popular. And you seem like such a bubbly, likable person. You weren't but why not? Why weren't you popular?
I was people liked me, whatnot. I was always like, oh hi, that's Alicia, nice to, nothing wrong. The day after the show hit, no one would talk to me. Like I did not exist.
Even friends, like people that you were friends with before, because there's a difference between being popular and then like having like no friends. So you had friends, and your friends turned their back on you as well.
Never popular, but I had always a few friends, but the day after, no one would talk to me, as not even like civilly, but they would called me names. I never knew names existed so badly. People are like, wow, you really are like that. Oh my God, you're, I'm saying, hey, you're a rich bitch. You're this, you're that, you're that. F you. I could not even eat in the lunchroom. I had food thrown at me. I I was called every name in the book. I didn't know names existed that bad. And even in the classrooms, who would be calling me names. I was physically pushed into lockers. I my books thrown at me, pushed in the hallway, whatnot. It got so bad I was literally eating lunch in the teacher's room with one of the teachers or the principal's office. Not because I was doing anything bad, just so I had somewhere to eat safe. And it went as bad as being pushed down a flight of stairs in school. And it was a guy. It was a guy who pushed me. It was a guy who pushed me. Like, what? Seriously? And he ran, obviously, real quick. Miraculously, this football player, I was like, you hear someone maybe yelling, like, I'm falling down the stairs. And the football player, he caught me. He's like, oh my God, you okay? I go, yeah. Like, thank you. Yeah, I could have broke my, I could have, like, totally got seriously injured. He caught me. He got me up. He said, you need the nurse, anything? You good? You good? He goes, yeah, thank you. He's like, okay, now just remember, Alicia, don't tell anyone that I helped you.
Wow.
That's how much.
That's how bad it was.
So-called popular girls. Don't be friends with Alicia. Oh my God. Don't go to the dance with Alicia. Like, seriously? You're going to listen to girls? Grow
So
up.
when the crew came back, did they make you stay? Because you said you were going to junior prom, even though you were like a sophomore or something.
This is a friend who took me. This is a friend.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they made you say that too. I was gonna say Jesus.
No, a friend who needed a date, and I was like, yeah, let's go. It's fun. But that wasn't even the worst part. It was like, literally, we had cherry bombs in our mailbox, our house ate, our cars, paintballed, all that type of stuff. It went as far as like literally, like, as you call it, a hate crime, and this is what I mean. One second. Everyone who's watching, I hope you're enjoying what really happened.
People are showing a lot of compassion for you in the comments, I will say.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It went as far as basically, you call it a hate crime. I was at a local ice cream place with my dad. We were getting ice cream. My one so-called, I thought was a friend, texted me, hey, we're outside. Do you want to stop by, say hey in the car? They're in the car. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm like, hey, Dad, I was going to say hi to my friends. Okay, I got the ice cream. I'll meet you in the car. I went to the car. There was a driver, passenger, so a guy, and three girls in the back. And the three girls in the back were like all like ducking down. I'm like, what? Like, where is she? Like, I'm asking, where is she? And the driver passenger was like, aren't you gonna shake my hand? He's, hi, I'm such and such. I'm like, okay, hi. Aren't you gonna shake my hand? Are you really that rude like everyone says you are from White Swap? I'm like, where is such and such? Really not gonna shake my hand? Like, okay. I went to like this, he was like this, grab my wrist, yell to the driver, drive! Drag me close to 12 feet on pavement, where I had second-degree burns to my body.
Ouch. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely horrible and painful.
And
Did those
finally,
people go to jail?
well,
Were they
finally
charged with a hate crime?
they were charged. There was some charges, some fines, but they were some very, very well-to-do family, and the driver was 18
Mm.
under the parents' insurance, whatnot. Had a phenomenal lawyer, got them out of almost everything. They had to pay some heavy fines. Um, Community service, this and this, but no jail time.
Wow.
It was a private arbitration type thing, but like literally, out of reaction, you're being dragged by a car here. I I guess I grabbed the guy's shirt. I didn't know what to do. You just freak. I guess I grabbed the guy's shirt, and I remember the lawyers and the people were like, "You dragged our client," and then the lawyer was like, "She ripped my client's shirt." Hello, like if if they didn't let me go at the time and I whacked my head on the cement, like if here's the road and the curb, like cement, I they let me go just enough where I whacked my head and I rolled back and I was like numb and I'm there. I got up and I like walked to the car and tears pouring down my eyes and I said to my dad, I just was dragged by a car. He's what? And I looked. I didn't feel it. I had blood pouring down my legs and everything. And then I was I was rushed out, and they were picking gravel off my body. Like
That's
you know,
horrible. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
like you don't understand how bad I was bullied.
Have you had the time or space to process this, like in therapy?
Like I'm not gonna lie. Like yes, I've been to counselors, etc., whatnot. Um, I just know at the end of the day, I'm the bigger person because I didn't backlash and say F you, this. I didn't go crazy and like start
Sure.
down others. I just like, you know what? I hope you find peace. You need help.
Yeah.
Sick.
I
Like,
feel that. Yeah.
Two wrongs
I
just don't make it right.
at all. I just asked that because first, I just want to thank you for being so vulnerable and open. And again, I'll reiterate at any moment of us talking, if it's a little much, let me know and we can either end or switch topic, something more light. Um, I asked because I think that there's different types of people in the world when they experience abuse, bullying, or trauma from other people. And so there's people who hash out, like you just described, at other people and they say fuck you to everyone else. And then there's people that are a little more gentle in the heart and instead of sharing their pain with others, they self-implode. And so I asked that not for the sake of the interview, but more for your well-being as somebody who lives with PTSD and has survived different types of trauma.
It made
keeping it in and not having the time to process it can, cause more issues later. So I'm so thankful that you're being vulnerable, but I just hope that you've given yourself the gift of healing and, taking the space wherever you can find it to process this horrible shit that you've been through.
I think you all seen the props enough. I do love my crowns, but I just
do what? Yeah, you can take it off.
But do you like the crown, guys? Want to see it up close?
It's actually really pretty.
It is. This one is beautiful. Let me show you. This one is beautiful, guys.
Wow. Oh, it's like, they're dangling. That's cute.
Yeah, right?
Love it.
This is probably actually my favorite crown ever. I love it.
Stunning. Yeah, it's really nice. I don't know about you. I'd wear that shit every day if I had it. I'm a little extra though.
Who is it? And when they say someone's normal, someone's perfect, what is normal? What is perfect? There is
It's all subjective. Yeah, it's not a thing.
Exactly. No one's perfect. And if everyone in the world was just so perfect, it'd be a really boring world, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
We talk about that a lot on this page. The
the
concept of
uniqueness
normality.
of each person makes you you. There's no
Mhm.
one perfect.
Yeah.
That's the reality. But yeah,
Is
I'm very depressed. I had no friends. It sucked. It sucked. I went through living hell and back, but at the end of the day, it made me the person I am today. And I live by this saying, and I mean it. I start off every broadcast like this, every single day. Push out negativity, push in the positivity. The best yet to come. Just believe. And I set a goal. I set my eye on the prize, what I want to achieve, what I want to do. The picture, this is what I want to do. I guess what we call it, manifesting, whatever the term is. I set my eye, my vision, that's the goal. I want to achieve it. And guess what? I'm going to make it happen. I'm not going to let anyone get in the way of it. I don't take no for an answer. And I do it till I achieve that goal, till I see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I'll never,
That's
ever
beautiful.
take no for an answer or give up on my dream. Like,
That's
another
wonderful.
thing, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Back to like high school prom. Let's go about high school prom. This is funny. No one would go to prom with me.
So is this prom different from the junior prom after the show? Like this is like when you were a senior yourself?
My senior prom. No one would go to prom with me. It came to the last day. Most girls, maybe not every girl, and that's fine, but most girls, they want to go to their senior prom. There's nothing wrong with that. And I was working out at a gym, and there's this one guy. He was always nice to me in the gym, and he was so nice to me always. I was like, hey, this is like probably a really random question, but would you be my prom date? And he's like, what? Thinking like, what's going on? Like, I go, look, okay, this is the reality. I'm a senior. I have a senior prom. All I ever wanted to do was, I just want to go to my senior prom. Would you please be my prom date? He goes, no. I'm just like, come on. Oh, by the way, prior up to he had him going. I'll tell you how that happened though. That's another mind shocker. But I asked so many people, like, I'm sorry, Alicia, but I can't go to prom with you. I can't be sitting with you. So many people. I asked so many people, just as a friend, please, just go to my prom. No. So this guy finally has like, please, I just want to prom. Please. And he's like, no. I go, I'll pay you. He's like, what? Yes, I paid for my prom date. I paid for his tuxedo. I paid for the pictures. I paid for the prom. Boutonniere, corsage, all that, my dress. And guess what? I finally had a prom date. He was nice. He wasn't that nice. But at least I could say I went to my senior prom.
So
that was cool.
That's a lot on one person, especially at that part of your life when you're building your self-esteem, understanding your worldview. What effect did that have on you long term? Because a lot of people were in the comments, and when you look it up on Google, there's, and if you're comfortable switching to this topic, but like you ended up on Dr. Phil. And so I'm super open-minded with this kind of stuff just because I know what it's like to suffer with, like, I've lived with an eating disorder my whole life and dealt with self-harming for like 9 years. And so I know what it's like to completely self-destruct. And I think the difference between me and someone else is the vice that we choose to get through it. And sometimes the things we go through in life are too heavy and too dark to bear on our own, and we just turn to things to feel better. And so sometimes, a lot of the time, that looks like doing behaviors that the rest of society is going to shun you for. And unfortunately, TV shows exist to further exploit that pain. That is my view of Dr. Phil. You can ask my bestie Jules. I have very strong feelings about him. I don't like the man at all. Like, if I ever see him to his face, I probably would punch him. I don't like him at all. That's my perspective.
I would never wish harm on anyone. I would never fight with anyone. So I did not hear that. No.
I feel very strongly about that. I don't like exploiting traumas, and I think that a lot of the people that go up on that show need a legitimate therapy session that shouldn't. It just bothers me. So anyway, I wonder, as you're saying all of these severely traumatizing things and painful things that you've been through, it puts a lot into context as to if anything on that show was legit. It explains, you know what I'm saying? And I think you shouldn't be judged for it to begin with, but especially anyone hearing your life after wife swap, no one should ever judge anything you did after that, because what the fuck, carrying all that pain as a young woman, holy shit, dude, how'd you do it? So do you want to speak to Dr. Phil, like how you ended up on that show and whether or not that was another wife swap, everything's fake?
They contacted us and they were like, we know you're on wife swap, there was the legal issues, etc. This will give you a platform to set the record straight. I'm like, you know what? We've been through living hell and back. Let's do it. I have nothing to lose. Let's go. Let's do it. I mean, how much worse could it be after that? I mean, could it be much worse? I don't think so. I didn't think the show actually was that bad. Mm-hmm. I think obviously it could have been worse. I think they didn't show me in the worst light. It wasn't that bad. It is scripted. Like, I'll give you an example. As we're in the dressing room, I'm there. Someone's doing my makeup. Someone's doing my hair. And they should call them runners. Maybe it's a different term for it. We'll call it runners. People who basically, the runners, okay. Mm-hmm. Going over the script. Okay, he's going to ask you this question. How are you going to respond, Alicia? Okay, that's a good answer, but we want it more like this. Can you do it like this? Okay. Da-da-da. As they're going over the script, they're doing my hair and makeup.
How did they know to reach out to you guys though? Did you have something happen like in the news or like how did, because Dr. Phil is a very specific type of guest. So how did you even end up on their radar?
My parents did get into some legal problems that I'm not going to talk about nor disclose.
Okay.
That lot of, that was crazy.
More trauma for you there, I'm sure.
You can't imagine.
Yeah.
Then I was seeing a man. He was my boyfriend, actually. Did they disclose that? No, they didn't. He became a family friend. He was attorney, lawyer, and he was actually helping, on my dad's case. My whole parents' legal problems. He was like a person actually helping out, and I met him, so he became pretty much like a family friend. When I mean a family friend, he invited my mom, my dad, me, all out for dinner numerous times. 4th of July parties, everything. It was he was a family friend and became my boyfriend on again, off again for almost a year. Treated me perfect. And he had this, I can't get into everything, but basically he was known for DWIs. DWIs, lawyer, etc. He had prior DWIs in the past, which I didn't know about. Just before the 21st birthday, all that. he took me out to dinner, drinks, all that. Now, mind you, I did not have a fake ID. He gave me the fake ID. Okay, he gave me the fake ID. He bought me all the drinks, whatnot. And he took me out for like a nice dinner, a little birthday prior to celebration, before being 21. And in the comments, who here's ever drank without being of age? Anyone ever drink underage?
Yeah,
Anyone?
girl. Probably everybody in the comments, yeah.
And if you haven't, that's good. Don't drink until you're 21 and up. But basically, he took me out like nothing. Literally, we had food after the whole dinner. We had drinks. Da da da. We went to another bar, had some more drinks. We had food in the car to go back to my mom. We're gonna bring my mom. We had a whole chicken parm dinner. I remember that chicken parm dinner to bring back to my mom. And I said, okay, take me home. I'm drunk, you know. I was so intoxicated, I fell asleep in the car. I was like this. And all of a sudden, he was so intoxicated. I didn't realize how intoxicated he was. All of a sudden, beep, beep. You hear those big semi-horns. Semi-horns and two semis coming right at us. I'm like half asleep. I open my eyes and I'm like, I'm gonna die.
Was he driving?
Yeah. I did not drive.
So,
no.
well, yeah. So he was drunk.
And
okay.
I shut my eyes. I was like, I'm waiting for the impact in my head. I was over. And then I felt a swerve in the road. And then I shut my eyes. Yeah, I thought we crashed. Like in my head, I'm thinking something happened. And all of a sudden, I hear pounding on the window. It's the state troopers. And I look to the left. He's not in the car. He was in the police car, screaming, you know, da da da. But you couldn't hear what you'd tell he's screaming, you know. You tell he's screaming. And the state troopers open the door, etc. What's your name? Because he had it. Because he always let me use the fake ID, which is one of his secretary's ID, mind you. It was his secretary's ID. He had me memorize that name, like cold. Alicia, what's the name? What's the name? What's the name? What's the name? And I said, I'm da da da. No, I'm Alicia Guastaferro. You know, I immediately corrected myself. Well, let's say I reached for my purse. No, don't touch your purse. Okay. The cop took my purse. What's your name? I said the fake name. No, I immediately corrected myself. And then they put me in the cop car, whacked my head going in. I mean, whacked my head going in. And I'm sitting there crying, like, I just want my mom. I just want my mom. Please, let me call. And I really am. I don't know if they carried me in. I really want to know what happened. I have no recall. I blacked out. And
wow.
I woke, and it's a silver metal type table and a wobbly type chair. They had me handcuffed behind the chair in my hands, and I kept tightening the handcuffs, and I kept dozing off. That's how intoxicated I was. And I kept like slamming the hand on the table. Wake up, Alicia! Wake up, Alicia! I'm like,
a cop doing that.
Yeah, like as interrogation. That sounds so messed up. One second. And
take your time.
And they said, you know, they asked me questions. I didn't even know what the hell I was saying. And at the time, when my parents had such legal problems, I had to choose either basically, okay, I was really smart. I graduated high school, everything. I had a choice. I either could have been a dental hygienist or went to UB Dental. That was the game plan. That was the goal. And after my parents had legal problems, I could not afford college. And either I could have went to college, took out school loans, and have to work and do college, or have my parents lose everything that they worked their entire life for.
So what did you do?
I chose to help out my family. Okay, I worked literally 6 to 7 days in the bars and the clubs. Literally anywhere from 8 to 10, 14 hours. Like, I would get there at like 12, say 11:30 a.m. to 4 a.m. the clubs would close. The whole time I stay there and work. And time at home would be almost 5 in the morning. And they asked, where did you work? I said the place I worked. Oh, so you're this. I'm like, what? I go, I'm an exotic dancer. I'm not a stripper. I hate that word. A stripper is someone who takes it home with them. Exotic dancer is someone who goes to the club, does their job, doesn't take it home with them. I never took it home with them.
Yeah. And I just want to preface, this is a sex worker friendly page.
But I'm not.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sex worker friendly. There's nothing wrong with it.
I am not. Yeah. I am not.
Okay.
I was a dive dancer. That's it. I never brought it home with me. And then they go, what do you do for work?
Wait, you would not consider exotic dancing as part of sex work? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's exotic form of entertainment.
Gotcha. Okay.
Big difference.
Okay.
They asked where I worked. Okay. Oh, so you're a stripper? No, I'm an exotic dancer. And, well, how much you make a night? I said how much I made a night. In the clubs, dancing legally is a major difference.
Yeah.
Major difference. But when you're there from over 10 hours a night, I'd hope you make that good of money. I mean, come on now. Okay. And they go, okay, he's this age, you're that age, you work at a club, you make that a night. Oh. You see how they got twisted real quick?
Yeah.
They assumed prostitution.
So they assumed you were escorting.
I am not. I never have, never will.
Okay.
Never will. That's disgusting. If you do it, good for you. Not my choice. Bless you. But they switch that whole thing around. They feel because if someone's older and someone's younger, it's not okay. And they just assume the worst. But even though they know the fact that he's my on-again, off-again boyfriend for almost a year.
So with your parents' legal trouble and then paired that with now what looks like on your criminal record at the time was escorting.
I'll get up right now, I'm sorry. I have no charges on me. Mm-hmm. Those are all false accusations.
Dropped.
All false accusations. Everything was dropped. I want to clear that up.
Mm-hmm.
And the little so-called, they called drugs, which were not drugs. They were not drugs. They were my prescription medicine in my purse.
Mm-hmm.
Only reason why that was bad, because I did not, I know this now, apparently when you have a controlled substance, legally prescribed to a person, you have to have it in the controlled bottle. I didn't know that, okay? My mom didn't know that either, because she literally
that's like, hey, odd.
I said night medicine. I'm on no medicine anymore. I overcame so much. I'm not even on medicine anymore. That's how clear thinking I am.
Well, no soul shaming here either. So if there's anyone watching that does need psychotropic medication to get through whatever they have going on in their mind, there's nothing wrong with that.
And there's nothing wrong
with that out there.
There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. If you need to get the help you need, please go seek help. Don't not seek help. Get help. There's people out there to help you. There is. And that's why I went to a psychiatrist. I went to counseling. They put me on antidepressants and etc. Anxiety. They were all controlled substances. And for the night, my night dose, whatnot, my mom packed in my purse like, okay, at least you're going out. Don't bring bottles with you here. Let's put it in little mint containers. Like, just, take them. Didn't even think, and they assumed, oh, drugs. But those were all dropped too. We showed the bottles. It was all dismissed.
Okay.
The only thing they little charge that is actually expunged. I have no charge, guys. It's expunged.
Mm-hmm.
For my record, was the having a fake ID.
Okay, so then with all that being falsified, all the charges are dropped. Why would you be comfortable going on Dr. Phil when the whole storyline for you being on there was that you were like this troubled reality teen and you had a drug problem? If that wasn't even like, that seems like something really intense to put on yourself, especially since you experienced backlash of lying on reality TV in the past, right? So like,
they'd bring it to that extreme. I'm like, wait, what?
so you didn't know. So what did they tell you were going to be on Dr. Phil for? Because Dr. Phil's not a feel good show. The people who go on Dr. Phil have like these like serious behavioral addiction issues. So
I never seen the Dr. Phil show before.
Right, but when you went on there, what did they tell you? We're having you on here to talk about. What did they tell you?
To kind of set the record straight with wife swap and the alleged charges.
Alleged charges. So you, in your mind, you're going there to clear the air and talk about what really happened.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you see how that got totally twisted, though?
Sure.
Like, really twisted.
It's like wife swap all over again.
Yes, it was, but I felt more in control of it to some degree. Because back, like, wife swap, I just had no say in nothing. I didn't have much to say Phil, but I still got to clear the air, I feel, a little bit. It justified in my mind a little bit. If that makes any sense.
Yes. Wow. So then how much of, like, what was the experience on Dr. Phil compared to, was there a script for you to look over?
They had their questions, their script. They read off each question for me, and they had me respond to it in like the dressing room, going over it. Okay, we should watch answers a little bit more like this.
Mm-hmm.
Da da da. And it is what it is,
Wow. So then how did the show end? Did they because with Dr. Phil, and I didn't see the show in its entirety, I figured you would be the one to tell the story. So did they send you to rehab or something like they normally do?
I didn't need rehab. I was on prescribed medicine. They did nothing. They didn't give me, oh, I'm gonna give you the book. You didn't give me the book. Like,
didn't do anything for you.
They didn't give me nothing.
Yeah. Was he, I'm curious, just like his personality, was he nice on camera, and then when the cameras went off, he just like ignored you? Like, what was he like? Is he authentic?
He wasn't the worst. He really wasn't that bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was a little bit harder on my mom, but he wasn't the worst.
Yeah. From the clips I did see, it looked like he was trying to, or, what he was blaming your mom for, because you can be prescribed medication and it can rightfully legally be yours and still abuse it. Like, that's a really, really big epidemic in this country, especially. Sure, but I guess that's like what the story they were trying to tell. So I guess the reason why he went in on your mom was because, like, probably blaming her for
views and ratings to make it whoa.
Yeah. Wow, I just find it so interesting that you guys would go on a show like that. I guess you were hoping to clear the air, and then you were just, I guess, blindsided. Wow. So what was the backlash from going on that show? Did you experience anything like it was with Wife Swap, or?
It wasn't as bad, but some of the bars, I actually worked in there, like, I'm sorry, we can't have you work here. I go, what? Are you serious right now?
Oh no.
Like, I was supporting my mom, dad, my mom's business, and myself, and I took care of everything financially. I'm like, are you serious right now? So I just had to do like multiple bars, like afternoon shift this bar, night shift this bar. I had to jump around bars. Like,
Wow. That's a big change from, not being financially responsible as a child and then being thrust into being responsible for everything and everyone. That's a lot on one person. I'm sorry you had to experience that. It's a lot.
thank you.
Yeah. Are you doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else that you want to add or clear the air about as far as like scandals or rumors with Dr. Phil and stuff before we jump forward to talking about what you were up to these days? Something a little more lighthearted.
Um, Bottom line is, guys, there's really no reality on reality TV. Don't judge a book by its cover. And guys, don't be a bully because really, it doesn't make you cool. It doesn't make you popular. Cutting down another human individual really only makes yourself sadder. Don't hurt another human individual, especially if they are nothing to you, nor if you know them. And
Beautifully said. So before we switch to talking about your current projects and your current life and how you um, came to be this positive person, I just want to speak to the people who are watching. We've had some pretty intense topics come up: PTSD, bullying, drug abuse, mental health disorders. And so if anyone has been triggered, please check in with yourself, check in with each other in the comments. I love all of you guys, and I appreciate everyone for being here and commenting and participating in Alicia telling her story. And I just want to reiterate to anyone watching, if hearing or seeing someone else in pain is bringing up things for you, therapy is your best friend. If you have the money or access or resources to it, I highly, highly, highly recommend. The link in my bio, if you go to my website, I actually have a whole list of mental health resources as well that you guys can tap into if anyone else is struggling emotionally, just, hearing these things, that this is it's real, this is humanity. This is someone being very honest and raw and vulnerable with us, and we thank her for that. And so I also know that if you have experienced anything similar to what she's gone through, it can also be hard to listen to. So I don't want to trigger anyone and make sure everyone's okay. And then I also want to thank you again, Alicia, for being so honest and vulnerable with us about your pain and letting us see this side of you. And I hope that you can engage in some self care and aftercare after such an intense thing, bringing up all your most awful memories. And so, however you cope, whether it's dancing, writing a song, checking in with your family, if you have a therapist, scheduling an extra session, do what you got to do to take care of yourself, because it is a lot reliving stuff. I know it from personal experience. It's not easy to get up here and tell your story.
it's not. It's not. But like, it's still the end of the day. I'm like, I look back at it. I'm like, get that fuck out of here. And I also get the fuck. That's not me. No, that could not happen. No, that can't be real. It doesn't feel real. Like, I can't believe that's my life. I'm like, I would watch that.
Stuff.
I would watch it like, damn. Ooh, wow. I'd probably watch it. I would never say something rude. I just probably watch it. Wow, that's wow. Oh my god, I can't believe that's my life. I'm so like it's like watching a movie of someone's life. I'm like, my life, and there's so much more I cannot talk about unless you sign an NDA, etc. and more. But my life is a lifetime movie. It truly is. And if they did ask me for a tell-all book, I would do it.
You should.
Movie, I would do it. A reality show, let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I totally would do it.
Wow. So let's bring it to present day. What are you up to these days? What's your
The
life look like?
what to come. If you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, hi, I really am Alicia G, or AliciaGWorld on my social media. I am Alicia Guastaferro. I am the princess of pageantry, the girl from White Swap. What am I doing now? This is what I'm doing now. I am a live streamer on the app BIGO Live. I am a social media influencer, and I love what I do. I am one of the top streamers in all of North America. I have over 2.77 million followers on BIGO Live, and I've been there exactly 2.5 years. And I love what I do, and I even brought one of the BIGO Live trophies.
That's so cute. What's that little mascot?
It's the little BIGO Live Dino.
Adorable. So is this like a app kind of like Twitch or something where you go live and people can tune in?
Similar to it, very similar. And I actually was even on the ABC Super Sign in Times Square. My picture, being one of the top streamers in all of North America, and I still am, till this day, am one of the top streamers in all North America and have the most fans in all North America. And I am a live streamer, and I love what I do. And besides that, if you're in the house, AG Army, boom, boom, baby, I love you guys. AG Army, as we call my fans, my supporters.
AG Army?
AG Army.
That's
guys,
cute.
Yeah, AG Army, welcome aboard. Boom, boom, baby, and boom, boom, baby. That is the saying, the motto of AG Army. Boom, boom, baby, let's go. And I love it. I love everything. I love the people I've met, the friends I met, the fans, supporters are amazing. I could not do it without each and every one of you. And I can't tell you how much you all mean to me. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I appreciate each and every one of you. I love you guys. I could not do it without every one of you. And besides the live streaming, well, I also DJ. But I also, what you guys really know me for, I also sing. I sing a pop hip hop genre. We are actually transitioning more into a country pop, country hip hop genre. We will be in the new year, 2022. Mm-hmm. But yes,
where can people hear your music?
Anywhere music is sold or streamed around the world.
So if they look up Alicia G, it'll come up. Alicia, is that your artist name?
Yes, Alicia G. From Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, Google Play, and more. Awesome. Check out my music. And hashtag In a Circle Challenge. Tag me. Use the official song In a Circle. Do the challenge, guys. My new
What's song. The hashtag so people can know?
Hashtag In a Circle Challenge.
I'll put it in the comments. Challenge?
In a Circle Challenge. Use my sound. Tag me. And so tag me. Use my sound. Use the hashtag.
Type it. I'm like fucking up the thing.
Do the challenge. And you tag me. Do the challenge. Use the hashtag. I will feature you on my Instagram story. And the top one of the week or bi-weekly will be on my YouTube short. So make it good. Use the hashtag.
And that's on Instagram as your Alicia. I'm assuming you're AliciaGWorld across the board.
Everywhere.
Yeah, that should be easy for people to find. I do see some comments of people asking about what kind of content you should.
Check out the new music video, In a Circle, on my YouTube channel, guys. Check it out. The YouTube channel, AliciaGWorld. Comment, like, subscribe, guys.
Perfect. To bring it back to BIGO really quick, people are asking what kind of content you stream. So if people, you want to add some fans to that big base you got, what can people expect if they decide to download the app?
You get to know the real me. You get to know me, the real me. I always provide a safe place of no bullying, positivity, no negativity allowed. I'll be singing some original songs. I'm dancing, talking to everyone. Occasionally I'll DJ once, twice a month. do a nice big blowout performance. We all get litty, juicy, bossy, and BIGO-licious each and every
Nice.
day, and just experience positivity, dancing, having fun, and bringing joy and positivity to each and every one of you, making you smile.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. So it's like just hanging out with good vibes. It sounds similar to the TikTok lives that we do over here. Okay, is there anything else before we wrap that you want people to know about you, your projects, anything else?
If you guys want a shout out, you can get a shout out on Cameo, Cameo.
I love Cameo. It's a very
Yeah,
cool thing. For people who don't know what Cameo is, like you can hire people to give like personalized videos. So like I gave my best friend a shout out from someone from the Wu-Tang Clan. Like that, the app has everybody. It's really cool. So if you want a personalized thing from Alicia, she's on there. It's usually like a video.
Yes, exactly. Short little video, birthday shout outs, motivational little things, stuff like that. Also, I do a weekly show on BIGO Live called Spill the Tea with Alicia G, where I have one featured guest once a week. Either they are um, official host on BIGO Live,
Mm-hmm.
or there was something to do with the entertainment field of some sort, from music, social media, etc., and more. So it's an hour show once a week every Thursday, 7 o'clock p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time. So be sure to check it out. And I upload those shows weekly to my YouTube channel. And on my YouTube channel, also, between the music videos, little videos of vlogs, blogs, whatever you call them, from creating my broadcasting streaming room to behind the scenes of my music videos, creating the music videos, to the music videos itself, you can see to calendar, photo shoots, etc., and more. So be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the bell for notifications, and all social media, AliciaGWorld. Check out my website, www.AliciaGWorld.com. Let's do all social media, merchandise, music, and more.
Amazing. Tons of stuff. You can also check out the link in her bio if you guys go to her page.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. For anyone who came in late or had to duck out in and out, this whole interview will be available on both of our YouTube channels. So hit the links in our bios, subscribe, hit the notification so you know it'll be up for sure tomorrow. And thank you so much, Alicia, for your time and for your honesty and vulnerability and for sharing your story with us. We really appreciate it.
And thank you, Chelsea, for having me, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. At first, when I see all those clips, I'm like, oh my God, it's happening again. But you're very sweet, and I appreciate the kindness and hospitality.
You're welcome.
I really do. Bless you.
You're welcome. I hope this will curb some of the backlash and you won't have a repeat of what happened in the 2000s. This will be a totally different experience for you. I hope so.
Guys,
I really do.
Follow me, follow our TikToks. I do a lot of good quality content. I mean, I may not always have the perfect dances on TikTok, but I try my best. Okay, I have fun with it. You guys have fun in life, you know?
Yeah.
So subscribe to my TikTok.
For sure.
Follow me, my Instagram, post every single day, my YouTube channel once or twice a week or more. And BIGO Live too, AliciaGWorld. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And AG Army in the house, I love you guys. And once again, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much, Chelsea.
Yay. Okay. Have a great night, Alicia. We'll talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Let me see.
Hey, did you guys enjoy? Oh my goodness. I hope you guys enjoyed. I think I had a blast telling the real story. And I appreciate you all for watching. Follow me on TikTok. Follow my YouTube channel. Alicia G World. My Instagram posts every day, and all social media, Alicia G World. My website, www.AliciaGWorld.com. Let's do all social media, merchandise, music, and more. And if you have just watched this, I want to say thank you, each and every one of you, for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I appreciate you all. Bless you all. And remember, push out negativity, pushing the positivity. The best is yet to come, just believe. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being you. Hit that bell for notifications. Subscribe my YouTube channel if you haven't. And I hope you enjoyed. Hope to get to know the real me, Alicia G. The girl from Wife Swap. Where am I now? I'm right here. Much love. Boom, boom, baby.